On today's show, this whole sheet is full. Belly's smiling. We're all on Team Yes today, ready to do some improv for you. We've got like 3 new characters of people who are participating with the show. It's fantastic. Everybody's loving Canadian Dave, almost to a fault at this point. We'll go into the Float Queens report. We've got a brand new exclusive drop from the Float Life. The guys over there and girls have put together an awesome edit for us that we will drop before anybody else has seen it. You will see it here first, right here on the Voice of Onewheel. We've got Daniel Scott with some t-shirt ideas. We've got Rodney Hoffman Jr. with the ALIGRIP. I've got videos from the 80s, and it's all right here from the Voice of Onewheel. So strap it on from TTR Studios.
You're listening to Hooch Dog in the Morning, brought to you by TTR Studios.
Welcome back, folks. Let's do the damn thing. Belly Matt LaBelle is across the way. Belly, what's up this morning, my friend?
Not much, Luch. How you doing today?
Oh, ready to go. It's a nice looking shirt you got on there. Where can I get that shirt?
Unknown right now.
You can't. You can't. You can't get it unless we send you one. That's the whole thing.
Sweet.
You got to earn it. So I'm very excited to do new things with you guys today. Welcome to the show, Voice of Onewheel, right here on the channel TTR Studios. And of course, I believe we're broadcasting live in the Onewheel Owners Group today. As always, I've got new sounds for everybody, and I'm excited to do that for you. I know Caleb Catrone wanted some new things. So we got him some stuff. Let's see if we can find.
Denied.
That's what you get, Caleb. That's exactly what you get right there. Anyway, we've got a lot of fun things to get to today, though. And I wanted to do...
What are we talking about? Tell us.
How are you, Belly?
I'm good.
Is life good with you? Are you well rested? You look well rested.
I feel fun.
I feel you're in a good mood.
Feeling great. Feeling good.
Life is good. Work is good. Nobody's bugging you right now.
Yeah. No.
That's almost weird. Are you somebody that when things are going so well, you wonder when is the bad coming, or do you just ride the wave?
Oh no. I stand on the mountain, the concrete mountain that is the wave. I plant my flag on top of it, and I say, "Woo! Living on the time of the world."
Very
Let's
nice
go. How about you, sir?
I'm good. I'm excited because I've got 2 guests. I've got a lot of things to get to, and not enough time to do it. Usually, when I feel like I don't have enough time for a show, those are the best shows. So, in the social media lounge this morning, what are we serving to the good people? They're your people. What are you serving them?
Ooh, that's a good question. I hadn't thought about that. Why do I never think about that?
You know, I'm going to come to you.
I hope I'm not starving then.
Well, they're expecting things now. Look, if you want, just quick tease, if you want to talk about starving, I've been watching these planet Earths and these starving animals looking for. I mean, we are getting all up into Mother Nature tomorrow on Luch Dog in the Morning.
You got to get into.
Oh man, all of it.
You got to get into the blue Earth.
Blue Earth, planet Earth. This is some of the best. I mean, I laughed, I cried, I felt things that watching this little baby iguana or lizard run from the snakes.
Yeah,
to get to his parents.
Scary game.
It's like, it's unbelievable. So we'll do that tomorrow. But today for Voice of Onewheel, a lot of stuff going on. We still don't know. We're not serving anything. You know what? The kitchen's closed. Kitchen's closed.
Closed for spray.
Kitchen's closed for spray in the social media lounge.
They didn't come back from vacation, those guys. Those guys in the kitchen never came back from holiday vacation.
So now the cockroaches are just running it over. That's great. You had to call in the people. That's good. Okay, so very good. Today we are getting a new field report from the Float Queens. Look, one funny thing about this, I wanted to mention because we have these characters coming in. And what's going on with that is that last week was talking about in the cold. We got into this whole discussion, got off topic on balaclavas. And I was saying how, yeah, they are phenomenal. In fact...
And delicious.
They're... Damn it! It's not baklava! Jesus!
Baklavas.
Can't get anywhere with this show. That's good. In fact, should we play Rich Jones's voicemail? I feel like we have to do that because there's people coming in from all over the place. Before we do any of this, I want to just make sure you guys know that OWArmor.com has an awesome giveaway going on right now. It's One Wheel XR. They're giving it away at anybody who has a purchase over $125 between now and the end of the month. You are entered for a One Wheel XR. They're giving that away. There's another low mileage plus that they're giving away. They're giving away a custom fender, $600 value, and it's all up for the entire month. So anything that you buy, as long as you buy something over $125, OWArmor.com. Please share it on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. And remember, guys, Jeremy's buying this stuff himself, and then he's going out and it's not like he's like getting free One Wheels from Future Motion so that he can then give them away. He's literally just trying to do something really cool and a neat incentive for you guys to go and check out his site too, which he has a lot for you to go look and see that you can benefit from, especially when you're giving gifts. You got One Wheel Santa's going on. It's really cool. Really cool. So I'm actually counting on him because my person that I got, that is we're doing this One Wheel Santa. You know, what is it? Secret Santa? Mm-hmm. The person I got has I know for a fact they have every mod under the sun. I'm screwed. I'm so screwed. But I figured out something you can get, and I'm going to do it from OWArmor.com, so check them out.
Very cool. So I was going to ask you, do you remember what you first said to me this morning after I came out?
Yeah. What? Well, I don't know. I say a lot of things.
Yeah, you do say a lot of things. But the first thing you said today was, Belly, it's cold out there today.
It's so cold outside. It's so cold outside. And because when it's cold out, I rock the balaclava. I wanted to talk about it on the show. Robert Allen had then said, did a post and saying that, hey, thanks out to all the guys at TTR Studios because I checked out my balaclava. I got a balaclava and it's a game changer. And then we have this Viking from nowhere blast onto the scene.
I think they're from the north.
Well, I would hope so. Who is this, Belly? Play them. What is this?
Hi, this is the One Wheel Viking. I want Luch Dog or Lunchbox or whatever the fuck his name is. But you don't need all that crazy gear you were wearing to ride in the winter. You need a proper beard. Hi.
What is that? What is that?
It's the correct mindset is what it is.
I mean, dude, I've been growing a beard since I was in 6th grade. I was shaving. Somewhere between 6th and 7th grade. I could never grow a beard like that.
You just got to let it roll, man.
Is it inappropriate to start a hashtag One Wheel and Pillage? I mean,
Vikings and pirates, they're basically the same.
That's too good.
That was great.
That's too good. That's your boy Dustin Foster, just in case anybody wants to know who that is. And that's what I'm talking about, getting into character. I'm only going to tell you who these people are one time, and then from here on out, he's the Viking. I'm not telling you who he is again.
Yep.
You now know. I expect the Viking on the show. We've got live things going on. I guess, do we want to go right to it? Go to the Queens. I've got a field report from the Queens who did apologize because they said they've been mistaking my name. And the Float Queens wanted to apologize for calling me Lunchbox clearly in this clip here.
Capital. Yes. Oh, Lunchbox.
No!
Thank you very much. I'm Queen Amanda Sparkleopolis.
And I am Nikki Wheelwright.
And we're here to bring you the Float Queens Field Report.
Warmer Fish Wednesday. Yes.
Who's our crush this week?
It looks like it is Kayla. She started riding because she went on a road trip with her friend that had 2 One Wheels.
Oh,
So
just
they
like
just
me.
Yeah.
Wait, did she go on a road trip with me? I think I would remember that.
I would hope you would remember. Her favorite trick is she just likes to cruise. It's my favorite thing. I just want to go. I just want to ride around.
That's the peasant riding mode.
Something she wished she could do on the One Wheel. Honestly, wishes she could make it solar powered.
Don't we all?
Oh my gosh.
What if we could make a solar crown to wear while one-wheeling? It would sparkle in the sun and power your board at the same time.
Her proudest moment every time is the proudest moment when she's not falling.
Oh, cheers to that,
I
Kayla.
feel that she is me. Her most embarrassing moment on the One Wheel, someone cut her off in Niagara Falls and she went flying off of her One Wheel. Everything was okay. She got back on the One Wheel and she rode off so fast like it never happened. That's how you gotta do it.
That
never
is how you
happened.
do it. Kayla, darling, I do hope that you were wearing your safety crown when this happened, though. And by safety crown, I mean helmet. Every queen needs one. All right, so speaking of crushes, I have a crush this week that I want to talk about. Tell me. It's this this newcomer named Canadian Dave. He just added me on the Instagram. Oh, Canadian Dave. He's so funny, and he just has such good advice.
Canadian Dave here is his handle on Instagram.
Go watch his videos and, you know, do talk to him and be friendly, but don't be too friendly because I have claimed this territory. Canadian Dave is mine. Thank you.
Let's see what else is going on in the Float Queens group this week.
Yes, that's our job.
There is a big discussion going on. Our Float Queen, Audrey Rotler, she's been experimenting riding her one wheel in high heels.
Oh my.
In high heels.
I can't even walk in high heels.
I can't walk in high heels.
I actually don't own any heels. I know that they're very fabulous, but you see, I'm already very tall.
Same.
And if anyone's taller than me, I just chop their head off.
Yeah. So,
Problem solved.
Yeah. She tried 4 different pairs, but was riding in stilettos.
That's science right there.
She says, and I quote, "We got this shit in the bag."
Yeah, brah.
Yeah, brah.
Maybe the secret to being the best one-wheel rider in the world is heels. Only a woman would have known. Audrey. All right, well, on that note, back to you, Luch. I mean, Lunchbox. It's Ali.
I love them, man. That's just fantastic job from the Float Queens. Thank you, Nomonopolis. I appreciate you as well. Sparkleopolis. She was, of course, talking about, I don't know if you guys remember this, she's talking about this one-wheel Dave. Who is this one-wheel, the Canadian Dave character now?
Here with some tips on one-wheeling. Today's tip is all about safety, specifically a safety brake. Safety brakes are something you can do on your own, but it's also a lot more fun when you got a group. The more the merrier. If you've never heard of a safety brake, essentially what you want to do is whenever you're on a ride, pull over to the side every once in a while and follow the POT, which is pressure. Check your tire pressure, make sure that's fine and dandy. Number 2 is the O, which is the odometer. Make sure you haven't gone too far and your battery's still good to go. And T is take a break and relax, do some stretching and resting so your feet don't wear out. So that's a safety brake. So if you've never done a safety brake before, make sure you do that. And always stay safe, everybody. Have a great week. And I'll come back with some more safety tips from Canadian Dave.
I mean, that's the guy from last week, right? Is that who we're talking about? Is that who she's talking about? This guy, unbelievable. He's coming in here, taking our women away from us. Now,
oh, hey, everybody. It's Canadian Dave here. I just want to do a quick shout-out to Robert Allen and his Badger Wheel. I ordered one, and he bit my finger off. No, I'm just kidding. That's a Canadian joke there for you. You can use it with your friends. The Badger Wheel is actually a waterproofing kit that makes your whole board waterproof, and it's pretty nifty. So if you haven't done so yet, check it out. It's pretty cool. I love it. That's just a quick tip from Canadian Dave. You guys have a great day.
I am loving these characters. Belly, this is too good.
Good old Canadian Dave. At least he's giving us all the facts.
I mean, it tickles my funny bone. When we put this out there, look, I don't know if you guys are going to run with it. And when you do, it just makes this so much more fun.
Careful opening that Badger Wheel kit.
Yeah,
Badger kit box. Losing fingers.
Finger and just the timing with the flush. Oh, man. I mean, if you go back and look, he's got like an axe on his shelf behind him. I mean, the effort is there. The one-wheel Viking.
Yeah, that's for chopping logs.
Canadian Dave.
In the restroom.
I don't know if you guys have heard this, but Canadian Doug has reached out to me. This is a long-lost cousin of Canadian Dave, and I'm thinking we should do a reunion on the show. That's where this is all going. So if you're enjoying these antics, it's only going to get better from here. Oh man, do you want to do something for real and actually play some real one-wheeling videos, like something that like somebody can really show off what they're doing? You want to play the real drop from the float life? I think we should do that because this is really cool. Before we do
the drop right now,
let's do it, man. Because I've got 11:30, I've got a guest. 11:40, I've got a guest. I've got pictures to go through. New weekly one-wheel challenge. Time's going. Time's going.
All right. Lunchbox says, Lunchbox does.
I'm excited. We are not. Yeah. So here's the deal. Thanks again to Jeff McCosker, Raquel McCosker over at the Float Life team, allowing us to play this video for you guys as an exclusive edit. No, but never seen before. It's being dropped at noon today, right after our show. They were kind enough. You know what? Let's not play the whole thing. Let's just do a clip of it. Should we do the whole thing? They said to play the whole thing. I want to drive traffic to them. So if you're gonna, we're kind enough. They were kind enough to let us play it on our air today. Make sure they get your view over on their channel too. All right. So make sure you go and watch it.
What time is it dropping?
It's dropping noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific time. You go over to the Float Life on YouTube. You will see this dropped. But you have never seen this before because nobody has. We will play it for you now.
Once it's out, hopefully we can add it to the comments below this video so you can head right over there.
We'll link it.
Click of the
that's
link.
good. That's good. We'll link it over there. Let's just enjoy a brand new exclusive edit from the team at the Float Life.
Spooky language. Produced by Nate Kids. All squares. You know what it is. We take it back to glass bottles in the Coke machine. Every time I take a breath, I'm converting oxygen to propylene. In the bathroom, door locked with a decoder ring. I pop a dozen dopamine and wash them down with Ovaltine. It's thaumaturgy when I drop a bird. Stalker lurking in the yard with binoculars, and I ain't watching birds. Not a person that can stop me when I get the urge to dodge a car full of officers and dart with your mama's purse. I'm not normal, but isn't normal just a question of what you're most often exposed to? In that case, normal Zoloft in a cold brew. Finna doze off in a closed coffin. Yo, I told you I'm an appropriate miscreant. Dopey and ignorant, throwing a hissy fit, but nobody gives a shit. Cold as a witch's tit, cold as a Mr. Pip, cold as the shoulder one looks over the pistol whip. Getting lit, we sniff blow cut with a pixie stick. Coronas and whiskey, I go from sober to tipsy quick. Acumental studies, notes on arithmetic. Pro with linguistics, I can vocally split your wig. Yo, we caused the global climate to rise, while most stay blinded to lies. I keep my eye on the prize, like Cyclops looking hard at tie cops. Rookie card, high tops, hoodie, and my iPod's fully charged. That's what I'm talking about. I'm running off the mouth. The gum flapping, tongue lashing, crackers, rapping a Dutch, yapping. Allow me to speak next, loud as a T-Rex. Health bells, I'm a hound dog with 3 heads, surrounded by demons, breathing heavenly. I can never be beaten. Sing the sweetest melody, call me the heavenly heathen. You can find my name farthest up the roster, cause the parlance I be dropping hot enough to strip the varnish off a locker. We harness all the power imaginable, the tower and amateur flow imposters, starring opposite Madeline Stowe. When my vernacular bursts, I leave the trash at the curbside. The world's got a patch on its third eye. We hit the block and the plot to your story twists on top, never coming off. Call me Maury's wig. Trying to move from nameless to the A-list. The type of crew you need a noose to hang with. Truly dangerous. Hot box and Studemakers. Watch my hoopty shapeshift into a lunar spaceship. Super 8 shit. I'ma crash into the pavement. Turn your fast hand into a spring wrist. Losing my faith in the game. Trying to stay grizzly. You can call me Rudy Gay in the paint, bitch. Another late night feeding the mind wise. Eager to watch the new season of Mom Wives. Making hits with Nathan Kids. Waking up the neighbors' kids. Yeah, they see how spooky my language is. That's what I'm talking about. We running off at the mouth. The gum flapping, tongue lashing crackers, rapping a Dutch, yapping. I best warn y'all to back up, lest you wanna get your flesh torn by the shrapnel. Dirty ass rappers is oranges and apples. The grown up rascal, not warm on Tabasco. My babe, she a big bitch, way beyond blue ox. Vain journalistic, maybe I'm Lou Dobbs. Terms stewing beef, craving on goulash. Pockets on E, haters on Stugatz. Jazz hands, scat man, flaming hot doo-wop. Cheesy ass rappers, y'all cake the fondue pie. Who got the herb? Knock, do not disturb. Been dead and resurrected, stop. Tupac Shakur. I guess, what can I say that ain't been said before? If you ain't a predator, y'all should head for shore. We set sail straight forward, don't be thrown by the red tail. A-fork or devil horns, y'all. Nevermore, Edgar Allan Poe. Turn case, settle scores at the talent show. Rappers going back and forth in a palindrome. I get mechanical and leave the gasket blown. Back for more when I'm at.
How good is that? I mean, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for the Social Media Lounge, from the Social Media Lounge, if we could. That was a phenomenal job from the Float Life.
Pretty bad too.
And of course, go ahead and show this. Oh! They're going nuts in the background. Oh, come on.
The one. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, nailed it. You know, they just come up with such cool content, Belly.
And not only that, did you notice all the gear in that video?
I know.
I want
dude.
that jacket.
I know, dude. They do it right. I know.
I was looking the other day. Ooh, that was a good spill.
But, you know, you think it's smart to land on these soft landings like this because it's, you know, less ouch. But, yeah, dude, you know how much harder it is to land on something like that that's super soft like that?
Man, very.
I'm told that we have a caller on the TTR Studios call-in line. We will call her. Hang on there. We'll get to you in a second if you can.
Ooh.
Oh, my goodness. Dude, this is just practice makes perfect. Remember, you can catch this. It will drop at 9 a.m. Pacific time, noon Eastern, over at the Float Life's channel on YouTube. They've got awesome stuff going on over there. And you can see, I mean, the effort's there. They're really trying to make sure that they come out with good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder how many boards he has. How many boards? Over, under 5 boards in the McCosker household?
Over.
Over?
I'm going to bet over.
All right.
Drilled it.
Woo. That was clean.
There it is. Very nicely done. Jeff, Raquel, thank you. Very nicely done, as always. We appreciate you guys. Remember, you can check everything that they do out over at the YouTube channel, The Float Life, and, of course, thefloat.life is their website, thefloat.life. I have a caller on the line. Belly, do I need to set this up? Is this person okay?
I hope he's still here.
Johnny Safety, what is happening? Are you on the side of the road somewhere?
No, I'm riding my one wheel still. I'm okay.
What happened? You just got hit by a car.
Yeah, so I'm riding on the sidewalk, and I think this lady's clearly stopped at the stop sign and waiting for me. She was looking to the left the whole time. I'm to her right on her passenger door. And as soon as I start taking off across the road, she guns it, and I go over her hood.
Like a superhero in Die Hard? I mean, just crossing over the hood in good fashion, or were you sloppy?
Well, the thing is, Luke, Johnny Safety will say this about just getting run over by a car and then telling her that the worst part of this was the fact that I'm going to be late for work. Relax. If you're going to fall, you're going to fall. You might as well relax.
Well, I believe, John Safety, that if you do fall, the worst thing you could do is tense up. Is that right? Oh, you're breaking up a little bit on us. Hold on, Belly. Hold on.
Driving in a tunnel.
Yeah, you must be in a tunnel there, caller. Johnny Safety. I mean, look, his cell phone is beat up. He just got hit by a car. Are you all right?
No, I hit a dead zone. Here we go. I'm back.
Okay, he's back. All right. Well, good. So
if you know you're going to get hit by a car, don't deer in the headlights. Do a big exhale, relax, and know it's coming for you.
Okay, but Johnny Safety, whoever knows they're going to get hit by a car, if you know you're getting hit by a car, you just move.
That's my plan every time I walk across the street.
You always have a split-second decision to make, whether the impact's going to happen or not, on whether you are going to stay tense or relax and accept your fate. I say relax and accept your fate.
What kind of safety gear are you wearing right now?
I probably have a now, but if it weren't for the fact that I collapsed my entire body, I was able to disperse my weight over the hood of her car. The worst part about it also is that I couldn't get coffee, and I really wanted this.
All right, well, I got to let you go, man. Your cell phone's dropping in and out. Thank you so much for checking in. Will you call us next week from the hospital or wherever you are?
Not up from the hood of a car.
Well, I'll be just fine. I'm okay.
Okay.
Good to hear.
Okay. All right. Well, the Social Media Lounge appreciates you. They say thank you, and they hope you feel better.
Well, I'm just fine.
Roll
that
on.
Woman, the woman's having a nervous breakdown.
Well, she deserves it. That's what she gets for hitting you. Be good, buddy. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you, Johnny Safety.
All right, have a good one.
We'll see you soon, my friend. That is fantastic. Man, everybody is coming out of the woodworks today. I love it, and I'm just glad that they are doing it. Make sure you guys know that you got Troy Henrik if you are in some sort of accident like this. Troy Hendrick, aka Once Year, and Hendrick and Henry Law in Floatlanta, Georgia. He's fighting for the rights of one-wheelers, e-skaters, bicyclists, and all personal transportation devices. So if you've been injured or you're fighting the law from a citation or arrest, hit up www.hendrickhenrylaw.com or message Once Year on Facebook. I don't know why, but every time I read www, I can't say it. I can't say it. I stumble over it.
www?
Every time. I kill that read. Every time I get to www and I screw it up. So Troy Hendrick, it is www.hendrickhenrylaw.com.
What do you mean?
Billy, we got to get to our first guest of the day. Can you Skype him up and get Mr. Daniel Scott on here? Because apparently studio mode probably helps. He's got some t-shirt ideas, and anytime I just find anything interesting, I'm like, you know what? Come on the show. Let's just talk about it on the air. Let's get somebody out there because I want to talk about it. I want to get it into the public eye. And thanks again to everybody at The Float Life for giving us the exclusive rights. First video that dropped was pretty awesome, so great job, guys. That was awesome. Check out their YouTube page, The Float Life. So I believe he's coming on. Daniel, do we have you there? Are you there, my friend?
Yes, sir. I'm
What's
here.
up? There
How
he
you guys
is.
doing?
We're good, man. Thanks for joining us on another Tuesday morning. Where are you? What state are you in?
I'm in Dallas, Texas.
Fantastic. Okay, Dallas, Texas. I just was, well, I don't know if I'm allowed to say because I had to sign an NDA, but I was board hopping for the Dana show. And they're in Dallas, Texas.
I just signed an NDA.
Right.
I'm going to disclose.
Yeah, I don't know if you know Dana Lash or you hear her on the radio, but that was me pushing the buttons yesterday, so that was fun. Dan, I know you don't care about any of that. Talk to me about what you're doing, dude. What's up with your t-shirt idea, and what do you got going on for the people?
Yeah, so I'm actually, I own an apparel company that's actually going to be rolling out this week, and it's specifically for one-wheel owners.
All right.
I realize one-wheel owners, they do not have a t-shirt brand. They don't have anything to wear other than the t-shirts that you can buy from some of the other companies, but I wanted to come out with something that was smart and witty that t-shirt owners, or excuse me, one-wheel owners would enjoy. So to kick it off, I'm actually coming out with a contest where I would like to make a post in the channel where people can come up with their ideas, and the best idea that we select, we're going to give them a Mafia black bag for free. We're going to ship it to them.
I'm always down, man. I mean, that sounds like a great idea. The website is being built right now, right? There's nothing we can show yet.
Right, not yet. It's actually up, but you can't you cannot access it just yet.
Okay, that's all right.
We're just finishing up a couple things, and we'll be ready on Friday.
Well, do you want to maybe shout out your actual apparel company, or tell people what they can get a little background on you and what you've been doing so far?
Definitely. So the name of the company is onewheelfits.com.
Beautiful. One Wheel Fits, F-I-T as in Tom?
Exactly.
Awesome.
onewheelfits.com. And so we're going to be rolling out with initially several designs for t-shirts and hoodies, possibly do some snapbacks, hats in the future. But we wanted to go ahead and get ourselves out there, especially before Christmas gets here. And yeah, I'm originally from Dallas, and I teach web development for General Assembly, and I work with a lot of people who are in the career development, career changing area of their lives. And so this was something that I wanted to do as a hobby. I love one-wheeling. I try to get out as often as I can. It's pretty much my primary mode of transportation, and I wanted to give back to the community. So yeah, I came up with this idea.
Let me ask you this. Is it going to be clothes that, not only look cool, they might look cool, but you know what? They're either, like, let me just tell you something right now. Okay. Belly, we made these shirts. Can you put it on you? We made these shirts. I spent some money on them, and I don't know if you can see it, but after one or two times through the dryer, the damn logo is already peeling off, and I am just furious. I'm furious.
I've dried it on a high heat.
Yeah, even if it was user error, that's on me. And so it's like, damn it, dude. Are these shirts not only going to look good, but are they going to feel good? Are they going to last? Are they going to be durable? Like, are they good clothes?
Yeah, so we put a great deal of research in going with the screen printer, and spent hours on that. So we're pretty confident that they're going to hold up pretty well. Plus, I mean, we're big about satisfaction, so making sure that whoever buys a T-shirt, if they're not happy with it, we'll definitely make it right for them. So,
is gravy a dish at the Thanksgiving table, or is it just a condiment?
That's a good question. I would say it's a condiment.
Yes, put him in the Clyde, mark it.
Gravy's a meal.
Mark it. Belly disagrees. Dude, Daniel, thank you so much. Again, we appreciate you. And tell us, it's One Wheel Fits. Will it be onewheelfits.com?
It may. I was going to say, you got to be careful with the One Wheel domain names, just because we do have we know of a track record of people using One Wheel domain names.
Do you want to tell, do you know what he's talking about, Daniel?
I kind of know what you're talking about, but yes, I guess if you could be a little bit more specific.
Sure. Just some people that have used One Wheel in domain names happen to have received a letter from a certain company.
I actually feel bad, and I'm really glad you're mentioning this, Belly, because we sort of have a track record of ruining it for people, because I know Future Motion watches the show. And I don't want to see your plans get dashed, like you set all this up. Yeah, so I don't think they like it when One Wheel is in somebody's domain, and I've seen some cease and desist letters go out. So if there's any way that you could maybe make it like a
Wheel Fit
#1, you probably already bought your domain, Wheel Fit.
I know.
I don't know. It's up to you. Social Media Lounge. Fire away some ideas in the comments, but I want to make sure, Daniel, that you don't get a cease and desist.
As soon as
for
it's
any
up,
reason.
it's getting a letter from Future. So you got to be
I appreciate
careful
it.
with it, for sure.
That's kind of the beauty of it. New businesses starting out, like, you got to be open to that kind of feedback. So,
have you already bought the domain, or do you have a little leeway there?
I do have the domain, but one thing that's great about it is, I bought it through a company that you can take them back, you can swap them out. Yeah, so I'm not really worried about that.
Let's just have you, as some homework, go ahead and look into a little bit of the cease and desist that were going out from One Wheel URL domain
Search
names.
it in those wonderful groups we have all throughout the land, including the one we're live streaming on right now.
He knows what he's doing. We don't have to coach him up. You're right. He knows what he's doing. Is there anything you want to leave the people with before we let you go, man? This was an awesome job.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be putting that post out. Just want to make sure, I just want to clear with you guys for sure, and make sure you guys are good about it. But yeah, I'm going to be putting a post out, asking for ideas, things that people would love to see on a T-shirt or a hoodie, something that would really resonate with them. I already got some really awesome designs that are going to be going out on Friday, but whoever comes up with the greatest idea, I'm going to be, shipping them a Mafia Black One Wheel bag. It's lightly used, but it's in excellent condition, and I know someone could really use it. So,
dude, we just appreciate you all the way from Dallas, Texas, early in the morning. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Daniel Scott. Fantastic job. Thank you.
Some gear.
Yeah, we really do appreciate it. You did a great job, and we'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right, thank you so much.
All right, bud, you bet. Thank you very much. We will get him out of here. Thank you to Daniel Scott. So, very good, very good. We've got another guest coming into the TTR Studios call-in line, but of course, before we do that, let's pipe in some Social Media Lounge comments.
Pretty sure gravy's a drink.
Get out of here! I mean, you guys, it's definitely not a meal. Let's move on. What else you got?
Let's see. We're talking a lot about the being careful about the name for.
Yeah, I don't want him to just go down a train and then he's all the way down the tracks and he's got to go back to the beginning. That would really be frustrating.
Yep. The one using One Wheel is just a dangerous game when it comes to them protecting their domain name. So we've seen it in the past. There's a lot of examples of it. If we're using it in a domain, it's going to be something that likely will be talked about. Let's see. We have someone in the Social Media Lounge. I got hit by a car when I was 16-ish.
Johnny Safety?
It wasn't Johnny Safety this time.
How about Johnny Safety? Thanks for the dedication there. Wonderful job from him. Did he get his applause? I don't know.
Never trust traffic. You got to make eye contact.
I like
eye contact. Eye contact.
That's true. If anybody, let's just go over that for 2 seconds in case that's the first you're hearing of this. Eye contact is the #1 way of you playing defense against a car. And what I mean by that is do not go into an intersection without making eye contact with the driver. Boom. Eye contact. Yeah, you see me. I see you. All right, cool. That's all it takes. A lot. I mean, I can't tell you how much. All I do is this, just a little nod. I go, yep, I see you. I acknowledge them, and then they turn. I mean, I try to give blinkers. You guys see these vests and jackets that have like blinkers on them? You got to have some sort of something in your hand. And quite frankly, if I'm going to do that, I'll just buy a boosted board. I'm not going to do that. I'm hands free. I ride a One Wheel.
We have an official number from the Float Life on how many boards they have in their home right now.
Wait. Let's play the game. Over under, because I don't know if it's an over under 5.
All right,
I'm gonna say it's a push.
It's gonna be
I think it's a push.
It's a push back to 4.
Yes.
Is what the number is. You missed it. It's not a push.
It's like, I don't know why you're
it's
celebrating.
Push back to 4. They have 4 boards right now. They sold some boards, so now it's 4 boards in the Float Life house. So that's the official number coming from the Float Life.
All right, thank you for that clarification. I appreciate that. 4, 2 per person. That's good. They are dedicated. You gotta, God bless them, because you know they go snowboarding. You know they I don't know. I wonder if McCosker was a rollerblader.
I think McCosker's
I'm gonna say no.
I think he's done it all.
Do you think McCosker had rollerblades? I wonder if he had a pair of rollerblades.
I guarantee it.
No, but he's a skateboarder.
So?
Do you think Richardson had a pair of rollerblades?
Yes. He lives in Florida. I think everyone in Florida owns a pair of rollerblades.
I think you ain't cool unless you have a pair of rollerblades on you. I mean, do you remember rollerblades? I had them when they were you would wear the shoes and you'd step in them.
No.
Yeah, actual rollerblade brand.
Get out of here.
Is he here? Do we have him? Rodney Hoffman is on the line. Rodney Hoffman Jr. Hello, my friend. What's up, dude?
What's going on?
Hey, buddy. We have you audio. I don't see you. Can you click your video button? I want to show the people. Should be on the bottom by the end call button. It looks like a little video. If not, we'll just do a radio show. That's fine. But what's going on, man? How we doing today?
Doing pretty good.
Just leave it like that. It's all good. We will, because actually, okay. I have videos to play for you. In fact, Belly, I added this. This is the last on your list. It's the last on your list. This is all, if you just go to the last tab on your list, all the way over. Yeah, that's it. I'm sorry. And it's just, if you scroll down, it's like 5-10 second videos, and we can just play these throughout while he's talking. You just might want to mute the sounds while we're doing it. All right, so I'll go ahead and do that while Belly is playing some stuff, doing some production there. Rodney, thanks for joining us. You are the proud owner and creator of the ALIGRIP. Is that right?
That's correct.
Now, this is pretty interesting because it's a way for you to maintain integrity with your board while, you know, taking it off, sending it off a ramp, or, you know, in midair. You can hold on to it. What was the inspiration behind creating this thing?
Well, inspiration was basically a better way to pick it up quickly. The handle that is on it, or that comes on the one wheel, is kind of awkward as far as like jumping off and grabbing it. I kind of have a video of showing, you know, how easily accessible the handle is.
We're playing them right now. We're actually just rolling through, you know, like 4 or 5 of your last posts. To show the people the way that you're using it. You're almost using them like flight fins to allow you to, again, just maintain the integrity with your board and not lose contact. But this actually, Rodney, is more along the lines of what I had an idea for a long time ago, which was some sort of like jump rope. Like I wanted to nail a rope to each end of the board and have a handle on each end of each rope, and then just be able to pull upwards while I was riding, and I would like be able to maintain it that way. But you've got this handle. It's called the ALIGRIP, A-L-I grip. Is it attached to the fender? Is that what's going on?
It is attached to the fender, but we have a couple concepts. One, you don't need a fender. It comes straight out of the 2 holes.
Oh.
And it kind of is like a half a fender, but then it goes into the handle. I wish I had some pics to show. Everything's in like production right now.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I mean, you can do it with or without the fender. The jumping and stuff, that kind of came secondhand, or like, that wasn't my first thought or my first reasoning for doing it. The main thing was accessibility, like quickly picking up the board.
Oh, so this was a transport idea. Look at, because we're about to watch you go off about a 2-foot drop. And I mean, this is just, that's fun, man. Look at that. Look at the application of that. That's a great idea.
Yeah, the flight fins, prior to making the handle, I kind of made my own version of flight fins, and I didn't even know what flight fins were at this point.
Right.
But when I would fall, it's like my feet would get trapped, and I didn't really like that feeling. Or if you nosedive, you can't, like, you know, run out of the nosedive properly.
Right.
Took some falls with that. So then came the handle idea, and now here we are.
I mean, that's awesome, man. You know, it looks like you're on a XR. Is that an XR you're riding?
It's a plus.
Oh, it is a plus. Excuse me there. That's my bad. Yeah, no, you don't seem to have a helmet on there. You ever get any flack for not wearing a helmet?
Plenty.
You have anything to say to the people who give you the flack?
What's that?
Do you have anything to say in response to the people who give you the flack?
No. It's your head, the way I see it. If you want to wear a helmet, wear it. If not, not.
Yep.
I want to chop up him just saying no. Just use it as a drop anytime I want it. That was great. Very good. How many miles have you ridden so far? Are you a noob? Are you in the game pretty long?
The thing is, I broke my one wheel, or I broke the plus that you see on video. I broke that one when it was 994. Sent it back. When they sent it back to me, it only registered 762. So right now I'm at like 15 something on the plus.
All right. That's fair. I was going to say.
It's kind of, I should be at least at 2,000.
Yeah, and you didn't even get to see your 1,000. That sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Can I ask you a question, man? Can you help me through a mental quandary while I have you on the phone? You, Belly, and the Social Media Lounge. I want all of us to do this together. Do you have a second? Can you hang out with us here for a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the question I want to ask you guys, and we'll just go ahead and take your thoughts.
Okay.
I have a One Wheel Plus. Social Media Lounge, I need you to come in strong. So, Belly, if you can, just pipe in their comments here. I need you to be their voice right now because I'm asking them personally to help me with this along with Rodney. I have a One Wheel Plus that's got about 1,100 to 1,200 miles on it. It was purchased last August. It was the first board I bought. And right after the 1,000 miles let up and after a year, my ferret ring is busted. My lights don't work, which is a $5 fix. In fact, thank you to Copy Imitation for sending me a ferret ring, a new one, just brand new. Thank you, buddy. If you need ferret rings, Copy is your guy. Terry Peter on Facebook. But it does a little bit of clicking when I carve on the heel side, and I know what it is. It's the bearing. I know it's the bearings. Rodney, I don't know. Have you ever opened up your board before and done any like DIY work on it?
Negative. That's something I'm kind of afraid to do.
Me too, Ghost Rider. So here's the problem. I know that if I were to buy a $50 set of SK whatever bearings, I could do it. Sean Nelson, stop typing. I know you're already ready to blast me for what I'm about to say. In fact, you can type because I appreciate you. And he's actually got another character that's coming. I love it. We're going to make those TTR tape t-shirts that Sean Nelson had. We're going to make them actually for real, but look like they're made out of tape. Anyway, I love you, Sean, but don't freak out when I say what I'm about to say. Rodney, I don't want to send my board in to get fixed. Future Motion reached out to me and was like, do you want this shipping label or not? And I'm like, dude, I don't want to spend $500 or whatever it might be, even if it's $200 to fix my Plus when I already have an XR. I'd rather just put it towards another board or fixing my XR when that goes. What would you do, Rodney?
If I had an XR, I'd sell the Plus.
I mean, with the issues already, and just be upfront and be like, what do you think I can get for that, Rodney?
Wait, there's issues with the XR?
No, with the Plus. We're selling the Plus that I have. It needs bearings. It does a little bit of a clunk when you can feel it rotationally on the heel side. So what do you think I can get for it? $400? $500? I'd rather. Well, here's the real question: would you rather get $400 and lose your baby that was your first board when you have another one, or spend $400 or $500 just to have it sit there anyway?
That's a good question. It's always good to have two. I use mine at work a lot, and for the first 2 weeks, the last job I was on, it was great. I had my one wheel. Then at lunch, I was riding and took a nosedive at like 22 miles an hour.
Oh, no.
Broke my board. So the rest of the show was pretty tough without a board. So having two is always good. And, you know, in case one goes down, so I would say keep it. Let it set, because you're always going to need that second one.
Words of wisdom from Rodney Hoffman Jr. Hey, do you have a website for this ALIGRIP thing that we can show the people, or where can they find it if they want one?
Just DM me at the moment. The website is in production as well. All this is relatively new. I basically posted the videos, got some interest in it, and now we're trying to launch it as soon as possible. So you can look me up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, and just DM me, and we'll go from there for now.
He is Rodney Hoffman Jr. Rodney, thanks for making the time for us, dude. We really appreciate you coming on the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You bet, buddy. We will see you next time. Thank you. That is Rodney Hoffman Jr. DM him. Just slide right in there if you want that ALIGRIP, and we will take care of you. He will take care of you. Man, today's been a fun day so far. Belly, I just want some tunes. I'm not going anywhere. Can I just play some tunes?
Sure.
I just feel like getting some jams in there, man. Just break it up a little bit. What's going on in the social media lounge?
The social media lounge would like you to know it's a ferrite ring, not a ferret ring.
Excuse me. I had a pet ferret, and I never called it a ferrite. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's ferrite.
Is it really?
Let's see.
Well, thanks, guys.
Their furry ferret ring.
Wait, have I really been saying it wrong the whole time?
Just open that shit and fix it from the social media lounge.
Easier said than done. You probably know more about this stuff than me. I'm afraid. It's like me saying just DJ a wedding. You'd be like, all right, well, that's a little nerve-wracking. For me, no, it's not. I do it every weekend.
I put a small ferret in my controller and keeps my ferrite from rattling.
All right, keep the ferret jokes coming. I thought it was ferret.
Hey, you read it phonetically. That's how I roll.
Copy, really do. I
spend the 400 so you have an extra.
Yeah,
good for recruiting new riders.
Oh, that's true. That is a PSA for Onewheel right there for future motion. That's, I mean, but he's right.
I missed having a ride-along board so much from the social media lounge.
Look, I want my second board too, you guys. I know. But I really don't want to spend $300 on it. How much do you want? I don't want to spend $200 on it.
In my best Theonopolis voice. Poor Nicoria hasn't been able to ride in ages.
The ghetto rap music behind that voice
is killer. Let's see. Oh. Well, a lot of people call it a ferret ring. They are wrong. But you're not wrong.
I'm never wrong, okay?
Lunchbox.
I'm never wrong, except when I... Man, this Canadian Dave, he's taking our queens away from us.
Maybe I need a ferret to help my badger.
Very nicely done. Dude, our social media lounge today is just killing it. By the way, quick update on the chat. I cannot get the Facebook chat. It doesn't exist, the possibility to get the Facebook and the YouTube integrated with all the chats together. So I do apologize for that.
Making me upset.
And well, it's two different ways that you can watch it. You can watch it on Facebook in the owners group. You can watch our show on YouTube at our channel right here from TTR Studios. You can, of course, consume it as a podcast. It's podcast everywhere you find them. Google Play, Apple iTunes, all that stuff. And you can just search the Voice of Onewheel. There we are. Their beautiful voices chirping from above. Man, today has been really fun. Do we want to do? What do you want to do? You want to do pictures? You want to do the 80s video? Like, what do you want to get to, Belly? You drive the train from here on out.
I'm trying to find something I found the other day that was in the groups that I had to
Didn't you save it? I thought you saved it.
I saved it. I got to send it to you. I got to send it to you. Send it to this so I can send it to that.
That's fine.
You know how it be.
That's fine.
You know how it be.
So if anybody, in fact, go ahead. If you want to look for that, I will just filibuster for a second and have a little quick window into my mind. The weekly Onewheel challenges have not been out. We did not do one last week. It's 19 degrees here where I am. Now, I understand some of you might not be. That's fine. Okay. But this weekly Onewheel challenge will be put out this week. I am asking you to do something inside. Now, I wanted to do it on the show because I want to have this very obviously said that I am not responsible for whatever you break in your house. Belly, I will be setting up a track and a course inside. Be ready for that.
That's fine. I didn't put a security deposit down in this place.
That's true.
So
I did.
fine.
I paid the full security deposit.
It's fine.
That's true. Because I already lived in the complex, and then I just moved from a 1-bedroom to a 3-bedroom. Belly came in. They transferred my thing over. We never paid the security deposit.
Nope.
They're using mine from 3 years ago.
Yeah. It's way lower than what
Do you owe me money?
No, they're just going to give it back to you. And after you put a hole in the wall next week, it's going to be a moot point. So this is one way to get a hole in your wall when you're ghost riding the whip.
Oh, if this happens to you while you're inside, you are so effed. Belly, great job. Play this for the people. I mean, ow. What is that?
It hurt me hearing it. Did it hurt anyone else?
I mean, imagine. Now, this guy was actually saying in his post, imagine if that hit my kid. Look how fast this goes. Imagine if his kid is the curb. Ready? Now. Bam. I mean, that's gonna mess you up, dude.
Yeah, that's a dangerous one.
That would, if you're watching, or if you're just listening on the podcast, the thing goes totally rogue. The sensor just has an issue, and he's off the board. It's ghost riding, and flips over, and then on its upside down, just flies like a missile into a parking block.
That's insane. But I will say, and this is nothing to discredit him whatsoever, but the dismount there was not the best dismount
I need to see it now.
seen.
Now I need to see it. Now I need to see it.
He steps on the back of the back pad.
Well, the back pad doesn't have a sensor in it, so the sensor's only in the front. Do it. Let me see. Can you show it again? Let's watch the dismount. It wasn't. You're right. That wasn't the smoothest dismount, quite frankly. If there is a dismount that might trick the board, that would be one of them. But it's still not his fault.
Yeah, no,
that's not
that
user
board
error.
should not be running away.
And what he said is, once it flips over like that, now it's upside down. There should be a fail-safe. Because it's not like that's a kickflip. You can't kickflip this if you tried.
Yeah, and no one's riding that board the other way around.
It wouldn't be hard to have an upside down failsafe. I don't think. I mean, I'm not an engineer, but that is unbelievable. Let's get to some funny. You know, we are global here on the Voice of Onewheel, and of course, from the UK across the pond, we had a caller leave a voicemail last week because he was so enraged he had to pull over due to your guys' and mine mispronunciations on the show. I mean, look, you can't set it up any better than that. And I hit play, and it just stuttered. Like, you can't, radio-wise, you can't set it up any better than that. And of course, it just stutters. Unbelievable. Can this thing just? What is that?
Interesting.
My internet's down.
Awesome. Your internet's down?
No,
good.
I'm good. My laptop just sucks. Go ahead, throw them on. Whoever this is. We got a caller coming in saving us. So, Asus laptop. Piece of whatever. Let's see. Caller, who are you? Where are you from?
Yeah.
Hey, caller, who are you? Where are you from? You're on the air.
I'm calling. I can't hardly hear you.
All right, well, go ahead.
sorry.
We can hear you. You're doing great. What can we do for you?
Oh, I was just checking out your video there on your Voice of Onewheel where the guy's got the runaway board.
Oh yeah, for sure,
He
man.
says he has some experience in this happening to him as
So
well.
Anyway, I've had that happen so many times I hardly can even count.
Get out of here! Is it? Do you think it's
your? If you want to know what I have to say about that or think about it?
Yeah, go ahead. I got 4 minutes. Just go ahead. Take the floor, man. What happened?
Yeah. So what's really going on, in my opinion, is that the sensor is getting stuck, and that can happen from a number of reasons. I think the main reason is that your pad is affixed to wood, which it has fibers, and so say your pad has inferior layers, and it gets soft underneath there because of water or because you're really a hard writer. So after time, there becomes a disparity in the pressure, and so it gets stuck, and then it runs away. I've had them run away. I live in San Francisco, and so having them run away into Embarcadero or over, just you see the power that it has, and then the board will crash, and then it's a really interesting. That's one of my biggest complaints with Future Motion is that they will not accept the fact that when that happens, that whatever damage occurs to the board because of that event, they won't take responsibility for it.
Is this something that you found? Because we got to be careful.
That takes you out of a $1,750 board. And anyway, that's it's a serious hazard. I've actually thought, like, okay, it's one thing for the board to turn off and kill me, but it's another thing entirely for the board to keep riding and damage the property or people. It's a very, very real threat.
Now, I just want to clarify one thing. Are you speaking from knowledge when you say that they won't accept any damage that happens after that event?
I have over 10,000 miles. I own 10 boards. I've warranted 6 boards.
One Wheel Jesus, who is this?
I ride on the street in San Francisco, up and down all day long, not on the grass, not playing around. I have absolute experience. What happens when you put down the miles and you put pressure on the system, and that is my biggest gripe of One Wheel. They know that sensor is flawed. They know how it's flawed. They know the damage can do, and they're not fucking fixing it. And it's seriously, I don't want somebody to get hurt. It's one thing when I fall on my ass and my boards, I accept that. I accept my own risk. But it's very hard for me to accept that I'm going to hurt, that somebody else is going to get hurt when that board does that. And I've had that happen at least 15 times.
Wow. Now, have you? I'm sure you've reached out to Future Motion a few times. Is there any advice you can give Future Motion that would say, like?
No, I just think that people need to. There's a lot of thought in the community going into the board, and it's one of those anomalies that no one is really looking at. I mean, I would love for the mad scientists or other people that really, are spending their time modifying the board. I've not modified my board at all. I don't have float plates. I don't have nothing. I just ride it raw. And I love to ride and don't really have the time to tinker with the board. Kind of like you. You don't. I can hear from things you've said. You don't really want to like take the thing apart. You don't want to fix the ferret ring.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for pronouncing it correct.
I mean, so there's other people that know what I'm talking about. They know it, and I don't. I'm curious. Like, at least in my mind, I think they know it. I'm like, what? Why are the pros like not addressing this? Is it because they're working on aftermarket product, the concave second fail safe for that problem? I guess nobody's gotten hurt from that action of the board running away. And I don't know if you remember from the early days. You remember there were before. When the Plus first came out, you remember there were some like runaway board videos and stuff like that. And it's kind of hush hush. I think you use that video. I could show you a lot of videos. I actually got tons of videos of it running away.
Interesting.
And if you think about, for every video I have of it running away, there's probably 15 where I wasn't shooting because I generally don't shoot.
Man. Well, dude, what's your name? We gotta get you out of here.
And the novices or people that are just riding their board conservatively haven't experienced it yet.
Right.
But I would be very curious if anybody that's riding hard or that considers themselves on the top of the game hasn't had that happen. But nobody talks about it. So,
well,
anyway.
I appreciate it. What's your name again, dude?
Say it again.
What's your name?
My name is Clark.
Clark, we appreciate you. Clark from San Francisco. Thanks for calling in, man. We're glad you're in the social media lounge. That was some good information. Thanks, brother.
Hey, take it easy.
You bet, dude.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So, I want to speak to that for 2 seconds because somebody has actually said, wait a minute. I ride all the time. I ride skateboards. I ride crazy things. We're getting ready to wrap up here. We will in just a minute. And I do have that voicemail from across the pond and a video from the 80s all happening in the next 3 minutes. So just hang out. But I wanted to just address the fact that if somebody made a post that was like, I'm worried about this actually shutting off. Are you saying that I might do that? Because I can't control that. That's nothing I can control. And I'm used to a skateboard where if something happens, at least I can control how I bail. Listen, one thing, if you're somebody who's wondering, if you're watching the show and you're wondering, should I buy a One Wheel? Is it for me? If you're wondering, is it something that you can just cruise and not think about falling? No, that it's not. It's not something like that. You always have to ride a One Wheel with 1% of your mind remembering at any point, this could shut down. right? If you're on a skateboard, if you're on an take an electric bicycle, we've got a rad mini. If you're on an electric bicycle and the electrics fail, everything fails, you're still on a bicycle at the end of the day. You can control it. You can still ride it like a normal person. You can still at least get to safety. But if something were to happen and your one wheel shuts off for some reason, that nose is just going to the ground and you're going. Now, I've never had it happen to me. I ride hard all the time, and I've never had what he's talking about happen to me. I know tons of people who've ridden hard who've never had this ghost ride happen to them.
Well,
but it seems like it's happening to him all the time.
Well, it's happened to him a lot. He does own a lot of boards. That's probably the most boards I've heard. But
10,000 miles, 10 boards. Yeah. It's not like you can say it's just a faulty board.
He's no rookie, and I would think, and there are instances in the group where boards have ridden off, like one riding into a lake.
It does happen every now and then, 1 in a million, even if it is. I'm not saying that's the number, but if it is a 1 in a million chance, then you just have to be conscious of it. You should never be riding on your one wheel with 0% of your thought thinking that it might bail, like you might dive. Because the truth of the matter is, the moment you start doing that, that's when you fall.
Yeah,
that's when you fall. You'll hit a crack in the ground. If you're looking for something to just cruise around and la-di-da, like, look, it's great for that, but you still have to develop a sense of the board and understanding of the board and a respect for the board to know that because it's self-balancing, at any time, you might go down. So never be riding with your nose pointed towards oncoming traffic for the reason, just like we're talking about. If it were to go down, what path are you on? Yeah. That is always something that's in my mind. If there's a car coming towards me, I'm never pointing towards it.
No, where I see and it really gets me where he's coming from is when this board's running off. Think about you being in a public place, like you were saying with this guy, thinking like, what if my kid's in the way? And
it's one thing if I die, he said.
What if I'm on a sidewalk?
Yeah, that's a whole nother
takes out someone's ankle, tears someone's Achilles.
So just be careful.
It can be very dangerous.
Be careful, and if you're looking for something that you can just like la-di-da and not have to respect what you're riding, then this is probably not for you. Am I saying that you can't enjoy it and have a nice daily cruise? I do it every day. It's amazing. I've ridden it every day since, well, it's been a little cold lately, but yeah, no, I mean, you'll love it. I'm not saying don't buy it. Just respect the board. Now,
don't worry about it being cold. We just went over how to fight that.
Just crush some baklava before you go out there. Maybe a couple Christmas trees. You'll be just fine. This is from Rich from last week's show. So mad he had to pull over to the side of the road.
Yeah, hi, it's Rich Jones from England here. I've had to stop the car on my way home to try and actually say it's balaclava, for fuck's sake. Right? And it was named after a battle in the Crimean War because that's what the Russian soldiers, cavalrymen, used on their heads to keep them warm. Okay, bye.
Thanks, Rich.
Thanks, Rich. Bye. See you later, buddy. I love him. That's so fantastic. Belly, let's do this, man. In fact, we've got to get out of here. So what I want to do...
We found this fun vid. We found this video very fun.
We'll do it, but we have to do this first. Before we get to this wonderful video, I've got to remind you guys about the giveaway from OW Armor. Remember, they're giving away a free XR and also a $1,500 value low mileage plus but you're also getting you're giving away a custom fender for a $600 value. All you have to do to enter to win is head over to owarmor.com and buy something for over $125 value. That will enter you. Remember, Jeremy buys this stuff and then he gives it away. It's not like he was given this from Future Motion.
And when's the drawing?
The drawing will be January 1st. So December to all the way up to the 31st, you can enter. The drawing is on January 1st. Thank you, Clyde. Very nicely done. We've got to get out of here. Belly, what do we have lined up for the people to say goodbye?
We got a fun little video from almost a Luch cousin, it almost looks like. A Lucido?
Oh, yeah, Lucy.
Like Lucido.
A Lunchbox. Cousin Lunchbox.
Cousin of Lunchbox. But this is a fantastic video, shot in perfect form.
The creativity
really
that is coming out of the One Wheel community, I'd like to think started from us. You're welcome. But you know what? Keep going with it. I am happy to be your boost, your push. And now everybody else, just take it and go. This is phenomenal. Let's go take it back to the 80s to say goodbye to the people. Belly, it's been fun, man. Great job today.
Have a great day, everyone.
Bye, guys. We'll see you soon. This is the Voice of One Wheel. Luch Dog in the morning tomorrow. Don't be late, 10 a.m.
Tell Oh my god. Hey, copy. I heard that avalanche just went off. You guys okay?
Yeah, bro. Radical avalanche. Totally made it out alive, though, this time.
Man, so good. Mike Lucido, wonderful job. Fantastic job. Way to go. Thank you for sharing that. I want to remind you guys, head over to the Float Life, their channel on YouTube. They are dropping right now that edit that we just dropped. Go ahead and give them a view on their channel. They deserve it. It was nice enough of them to let us play it on our show. Go watch it on their channel. The Float Life is the channel. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, for Luch Dog in the Morning. For everybody here at TTR Studios, we're out.
Like and subscribe to all.